Anti-vaxxers is what we heard called transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail, basically me reacting to a bunch of ski camps on YouTube and DeviantArt that are exposed to comments I made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Stretch the legs. Trigger warning. Ugh. Come on, come on. Come on, other leg. We got this. Yeah. Oh. That is a nice stretch. Centered here. That is a nice stretch. See you on here. Yeah, we have pretty recent stuff. A girl wants to be a boy. A trans man, which is a girl wants to be a boy, is made a video recently talking about how PragerU just doesn't like what PragerU is doing. Say, speaking out against transgender lifestyle, but I do, and I was showing off different comments from that. So let's go. So what? That's good therapy. So you can get in the process the correct manner, so you can quickly in what path you would like consider service of surgery through lives. Even kids with accepting parents can still be hesitant to come out to them. Just love your kids. It's literally our entire job, even though it's life. So that. As someone who was graduated high school nearly a decade ago, I confirm that she is 100% lying about no one knowing any trans kids in high school back then. I can understand that. Now it's called trans. All right, anyway. All right, so hear me out, says someone. Yeah, this one. The cat one definitely is a very good one. Watch this. All right, hear me out. I had a cat, and I know this is a weird way to start. The antidote, who we always thought was a female cat. We had it since it was a kitten. We adored it. We thought the cat was female since it was a kitten when we adopted it, because no one in the house knew how to tell the difference. The cat was the queen of the house, and everybody loved it. And one day we discovered it was a male cat instead. My mom was just shocked and mildly horrified. My grandma didn't much care about it anyways. My stepfather had the worst reaction of all. Poor thing passed from being his favorite cat on the earth to being the worst than dirt, and the punchline of every joke, because it was male, it had deceived him. Its whole life, its whole life, or something stupid like that. He even got physical with it when it tried to snuggle with him at first until he learned better. The worst part is the poor cat couldn't understand why everyone but me treated it differently now. It was still the exact same cat. It had always been. It had always been male. It's just that no one was able to see it until they grew up enough to be able to show them better. This attempt to try and justify the transgender lifestyle failed because it's not the physical body of the cat that's the problem. It was the perception of the cat. Okay, the people around it. Okay, that was the problem. They thought it was a female cat. So when it grew up enough to so that that it was they had male genitals on it, then some people were like, oh heck no. Some people were like, well, whatever, it's still the same cat. They were like, oh heck no, this thing tricked me. I'm like, no, it didn't. You got yourself tricked. You messed yourself up. It's not a good metaphor about the transgender lifestyle. It's a good metaphor. Well, it is a good metaphor for it, but not for continued uses of that lifestyle, more for the uses against it. Let's continue on here. Someone says, now since they reacted this way towards my cat, if I come out as trans masculine, when a girl wants to be a boy, or in my case non-binary, a girl wants to be not a girl, what do you think they would have been the reaction to me lying about my stuff? So that. Seriously, why do people think that girls want to become boys? They're told it solves all their problems and it's easier. Because they are told that. Lie. Anyone here? It's very even slightly a reasonable argument to me. Is even a slightly reasonable argument to make? Being trans is not an easy fix. Well, of course, the people try that anyway. At all. It usually makes your life harder through lies, but they do it anyway because of lies. You don't come out because it's easier. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. You come out to be yourself through lies. And I say, you come out to yourself through lies, but disguise yourself as someone else? That doesn't sound right. Because it's not. So it's another trans man from Ohio. A girl wants to be a boy from Ohio. When I came out as trans, I was sent to a conversion camp on 3 different locations. I've now been on testosterone, poisoning myself for 3 years, almost 4. And unfortunately, none of my family are around to support me in my lives. My adoptive son is. He turns 4 in April. Your family isn't supportive, make a new one and love them. But also, watch it, basically, those lies are some stuff, Something like that, yeah. But if only there was some way to get them to come back. And, yeah. So bad. Someone says my cousin was questioning their gender, a female at birth. Then my grandma gave me the irreversible damage book, told me a little about it. Said, "I know you're a huge LGBT supporter, so I thought you might find this interesting." No, I am a huge supporter for the LGBT community. I know this book is full of garbage, just by the few. Uh, yeah, good looking. Yep. Wait. Back. Cat. Oh yeah. Oh, thanks. That doesn't sound right. Also, the cat always was always physically male. The perception of what he was changed. That is the fault of the people around the cat, not the cat itself. So, yeah, that just shows off what the transgender lifestyle is about. Changing perceptions through lies about what someone is try to improve treatment. Well, that's wrong. Instead, people have to learn to treat people actually equally. Instead, so messing around with that nasty stuff. Go. Hold on. Wait a minute. What's this about? Irreversible damage. Hello, garbage. Just by the few. I don't know. Wait a minute. Okay, this is something a little different part of the why girls become boys, trans guy reacts, hate mail, part 5. What was happening? I preferred it before, says this person. I wanted to go back. Oh, yeah. Someone was saying a girl, person with ovaries, was basically going through puberty. And she's saying, I didn't like what was happening. I preferred it before. Preferred what was going on before. I wanted to go back. You can't go back. I remember washing desperately, holding a plush with my eyes closed tight, still sore from crying the day from panic attacks, cause things really got really wild when my period hit. And wishing that time would go back to that morning when I woke up, except it would be the same without the period thing. Too bad. It's gonna happen. You want, or as my alternative to the universe, I want to just not wake up. Please, no, fear. Oh no, bad news. My mom saw a change in my behavior hitting puberty. She just didn't know what the heck it was. I never told her about the time when I was a kid, and would think about how I hated being called a girly girl. Well, that's sucks. I want to be called a tomboy. Sometimes people are going to call you different names. You got to live with it. Even though I knew I didn't fit that role all that much, and how I started trying to amplify and speak out about my more masculine interests through basically you think of masculine anyway, to try and get people to go along with my wishes. I didn't know why I felt that way. Fear. Lies. But it was on and off my mind, for most of my early childhood. I told my mom at the age of 16, 17 that I had thought those things, and she never effing knew. Just because parents don't see stuff, don't cuss like every other word, doesn't mean it's not effing happening. I hate the bullcrap concept. That bullcrap concept. Like I know that she's a dumb, and just spreading propaganda about anti-trans stuff. That's true. But it effing ticks me off that she uses the wording that, oh no, the parents hadn't seen any symptoms. Yeah, no crap. This happens sometimes. Exclamation, question marks. Especially when you were raised a female at birth, and you're after now feelings odd, is dismissed all the time, and you're told to be not be over dramatic around every corner. 3 exclamation question marks. Not all trans mask girls want to be boys. Folks will behave the same as children. Heck, I was a super masculine. So what? What are you doing? I was more androgynous. Lying about your sex. Femme leaning in my interests. Why? Because even now I present androgynously, or trying to lie about your sex. Just now I am how I am, but I am a man through lies, a dude through lies. I literally been on hormone replacement therapy, poisoning yourself for a year, and no, I was trans for about 7 years now through lies. Been out for about 6-7 years now. My mom and pediatrician can attest that the change in my behavior and mood, the anxiety and depression and all of that stuff was immense. No, because I can read that word. Like Like a pediatrician has told me point blank that I am one of the most like clear cases of how much